I think Jordan Schrader was the game-deciding goal in that shootout.
It was,
out of University of Minnesota. Nice little move on Corey Crawford.
The only Blackhawk goaltender that has a shootout win is the guy playing tonight, Ray Emery.
That was in Calgary.
Yep.
with that spectacular performance.
As I said a couple days afterwards to Joel Quenneville and the Blackhawks Insider, one for the ages, and it certainly was. Well, the Blackhawks in shootout, their record 1-3, the Canucks 2-3. One of the Canucks wins, as Troy told you, was against the Chicago Blackhawks when we were in Vancouver a while back. Final shots for the game for regulation and overtime, 43-32 in favor of the Hawks. Hawks had 5 shots in overtime. 5 pretty good chances to win this hockey game.
Yeah, they had some good lucks, there's no doubt about it. You know, Corey Snyder gave up 3 goals in that second period, but he came up with some big saves in this hockey game to keep his team around, and Ray Emery did the same. Probably would like to have that first one back. The other 2 that went in there threw a lot of screens, a lot of bodies that Emery had no chance on. The 2 teams hand in their lists. And again, for Joel Quenneville, he's going to go with Taves and Kane, probably the first 2. And who's that third guy? He was talking about Marian Hossa, and if you're just tuning in, Marian Hossa left the game on a hit by Jannik Hansen, delivered a forearm to the back of Marian Hossa's head right in front of the Blackhawks bench, almost the same spot as the hit from Rafi Torres, and he went into the Blackhawks locker room, and we have not had any word from the Blackhawks to pass along, or we would do that, but hopefully Marian Hossa is going to be okay and just not returning to this game for precautionary reasons. And Quenneville has said that he was considering putting Marian Hossa into the 3rd spot and trying to make that work.
Well, it would be nice, and you mentioned him being in the dressing room. That means it's going to fall on one of the other guys. You know who was pretty good in practice in the shootout? You and I get to see Andrew Shaw. Andrew Shaw has been pretty good in these shootout situations. I wouldn't be surprised if Joel Quenneville might tap him on the shoulder and say, "Go get him, kid." By the way, both goaltenders, Corey Schneider and Ray Emery, have a 1-win, no-loss record in shootout. Schneider has allowed 1 goal on 5 shots. Emery, no goals on 3. So let's see what we get here. Who's going to take the first shot? Neither team has sent a player out. And just as I say that, Jonathan Taves.
Well, the home team has the option of shooting first or allowing the opposition to shoot first. Jonathan Taves over the bench.
Taves is 2 for 4 this year. 24 for 58. Picks up the puck at center ice over the Canuck line. Down the slot. He shoots. And it's kicked out of there by Schneider. So no score in the shootout.
Tried the little backhand deke, go between the legs, but...
There's Jordan Schrader.
Had a little bit too much on it and threw it back to the right pad. Taves did. You know, the hard thing is you don't have a book on Schrader, so kind of very new.
His only shootout goal is against the Hawks. He takes the puck in over the Hawk line. Down the slot. Shoots. Emery got the blocker on it. So still no score in the shootout. And Patrick Kane will be the next shooter.
Patrick Kane's signature move is the backhand and then roofing it. Goaltenders know that.
And he's 1 for 4 this season. Kane picks up the puck at center ice. Wheeling in over the Vancouver line. Kane down the slot. Deeks and shoots. He scores! Oh, it went in the net. It went through Schneider's legs.
This puck went in the net. They will take a look at it. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be a goal. It went in.
There was no light. Never came on.
Yeah,
but that was in the net.
The referee, I think, thought that it was under Corey Schneider, but this puck definitely rolls in behind Corey Schneider, and there was no other. The momentum of the puck was still moving forward. This is definitely going to be a goal. I would be very surprised if they waved this off. This is a goal.
Well, the initial call on the ice was no goal, but they may overrule that in Toronto. And it happened in the same motion where Kane shot the puck, so it's not like the puck was dead. They were still moving.
No, it's a goal. There's no way in the world that they can say this isn't a goal. I mean, the puck moved forward and, hey, rolled in between the legs. And at this point right now, you know the Blackhawks video coach, Tim Campbell, has had a good look at this. This continues to go on the net. Patrick Kane did not touch it more than once. It's a good goal.
It's got to be. And you're right, he didn't touch it more than once. Now the two captains hop off their respective benches. Let's pick up the call.
Upon video review, there is no secondary contact, so is it for people?
I don't know why they just don't call me directly. I'm like John McEnroe in tennis. He never misses a call.
And now Henrik Sedin is talking to the linesman on the
I don't
far
know what the
side.
confusion is here. Patrick Kane never did anything. The puck continued to roll forward.
Kevin Bieksa talking to Mike Lego in front of the Canucks benches, having a little chat with Alain Vigneault, but it's not going to matter. 1-0 Hawks in the shootout. And here's Chris Higgins, Long Island native. Higgins, his first attempt this season. He stands at center ice ready to take the puck. Higgins picks it up at center ice. Wheels in over the Hawk line on the left wing. Cuts into the left circle, then in front and shoots. He scores. Tied at 1 in the shootout.
Boy, he almost touched the left wing boards. He went way over to the far side, cut in, and pulled that puck back. That is a tough angle shot to shoot for Chris Higgins. Nice job.
So Andrew Shaw, 0 for 2 in his career in shootouts. Picks up the puck at center ice. Carries it in over the Canuck line. Down the slide. Deep shoots. He scores! Top shelf goal! In the shootout, it's Andrew Shaw. No doubt about it. Hawks lead 2-1, and they can close the Canucks out here.
Well, Schneider did his best to keep everything out on the low side of it. But what made the difference was the height and the elevation that Andrew Shaw got on the backhand. It went right up underneath the bar. Nothing that Schneider could do.
Here's Kessler. He's got a score. 0 for 1 so far. Picks up the puck at center ice. Carries over the Hawk line. Down the slide. Shoots. Every the glove save. Hawks win! Hawks win! The Chicago Blackhawks in 16 games to start the season are the best team in the National Hockey League and the best team in history in 16 games. They have 29 points, 1 point better than the 2006-07 Anaheim Ducks. What a win for the Blackhawks here on home ice, avenging the shootout loss in Vancouver with a shootout victory of their own here at the United Center. And the boys all gather over the center ice circle and raise their sticks as one to salute this partisan crowd. 21,423. Did they see a game here tonight? The Blackhawks beat the Canucks in the shootout. Final score of the shootout was 2-1 Hawks. Final score of the hockey game, the Hawks 4 and the Canucks 3.
Wow, that's just a good hockey game between two good teams. That's what the NHL is all about. The best going up against the best in a critical game. And you mentioned it, John, a 2-1 shootout loss in Vancouver, avenged here with a 4-3 shootout win.
By Bud Light.
Here are the stars of the
The
game.
number 3 star of the game from the Blackhawks, number 30, Ray Emery.
Somebody just handed me a lozenge. Thank you very much.
The number 2 star of the game from the Blackhawks with 1 goal, number 10, Patrick Sharp.
And another strong game for Patrick Sharp. That's a good sign.
And the number 1 star of the game from the Blackhawks with 2 goals, number 81, Marian Hossa.
Well, Marian Hossa was not able to come out and take him out. He's in the Blackhawks dressing room, but he was named as the game's number 1 star. Hawks beat the Canucks 4-3 in shootout tonight here at the United Center. Back to tell you all about it right after this break. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.